Hey horror fans, welcome back to another spine-tingling episode of High on Horror, your weekly deep dive into all things chilling, thrilling, and downright terrifying. I'm Drew.
And I'm John. This episode and every future episode is dedicated to all the horror hounds and smokers out there who want to expand their knowledge of the genre and have a good time.
This week, we're kicking things off with a review of the poignant and deeply unsettling exorcism film Bring Her Back, now playing in theaters. It's a fresh take on the possession genre that doesn't just aim to scare, but to devastate. We'll break down the scares, the story, and whether it lives up to the buzz. Also coming your way, horror heads, listen up. This October, a Jason Voorhees haunt is slicing its way into one of the nation's most iconic attractions. We'll tell you where you can try to survive Camp Crystal Lake, if you dare. And if you like your horror immersive, you'll want to hear about The Vineyard, a new first-person psychological horror game that just dropped its creepy trailer. We'll talk gameplay, vibes, and what early reactions are saying. All that and more coming up right now on
High on Horror.
Interviews, reviews, and the latest news all rolled into one.
All right, ghouls and gorehounds, it's time for Strain Wreck, the segment of our show where we talk about what strains we're getting wrecked on, the strain that has us flying higher than Father Karras exorcising a demon, and why it pairs perfectly with this week's horror lineup. This week's strain is one that would have made Jason's mask burst clean off his face in Friday the 13th Part 7, so buckle up. This week's strain, we have Magic Gouda. I love Gouda cheese. I don't know about you.
It sounds good to me. I love Gouda cheese, so Gouda weed, why not?
Yeah, I saw the strain name. I was like, I got to get it. It's a creamy, balanced hybrid with a bittersweet herbal cheese vibe that lulls you into a warm, hazy calm just before Bring Her Back drags you into a nightmarish ritual of grief, obsession, and bodily horror. Let its comfort and tingle ease the tension, then hold on tight when Laura's house goes from cozy to cursed. And Magic Gouda is a cross between blue cheese and wizard punch, packed with dominant terpenes like I'm so bad. I should do a lesson where I just go through and pronounce all these. Carafilene, mycerin, and limonene. It's often recommended for pain relief, insomnia, and anxiety, which makes this I'm all tongue-tied there. It makes sense because it's got that chill, balanced effect before the horror really ramps up.
I like it. For a second there, you started to sound a little enticing, and you're like, let its comforting tingle ease or something like that. You said something along that. I'm like, all right, John's getting smooth with it.
I'm trying to get us more subscribers on the OnlyFans.
Anyway, Jason returns. Big slasher news this week. Jason Voorhees is officially slashing his way back to Halloween Horror Nights and a brand new, all-original haunted house called Jason Universe. Shout out to Bloody Disgusting for breaking the full story. Kicking off August 29th at Universal Orlando and September 4th at Universal Studios Hollywood, this haunt takes fans deep into the legend of Camp Crystal Lake. From Jason's decrepit cabin to the haunted woods, the experience promises to bring his most iconic kills to life in gruesome, immersive detail. It's more than just a haunted house. This is a full-on tribute to over 4 decades of a slasher legacy. And the mayhem doesn't stop there. NECA has announced that they'll be releasing official Jason Universe merchandise, though no details have been revealed yet. Safe to say collectors are already sharpening their pitchforks in anticipation. And this is all part of a larger multi-platform expansion of the Friday the 13th franchise, so don't be surprised if more surprises crawl out of Crystal Lake in the coming months. Tickets and vacation packages are already on sale, so if you've ever wanted to face Jason in real life, now's your chance.
I've never been to one of those horror nights or whatever. I've never been to Universal Studios or any of that stuff, but I would love to check out one of these one time.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go to one. I've never been to one myself, but I've always wanted to go to one. And I'm like, man, you're putting Jason in there now. I feel like now's the time. I've never been to an amusement park my entire life, right? You know that, right?
No, so it's you've never been to Six Flags, Dorney Park.
Not a day in my life. The closest
What's that religious one around here? King's Dominion, I think.
The closest I've ever gotten to an amusement park is the little fair or carnival that they put in front of that little church. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, you talking about the one by my house?
Yes, that's as far. There was one like that in Clifton Heights, Pennsylvania, when I lived down there that we'd go to, where they did fireworks on the 4th of July and shit. But those types of rides, and that's I've never been to an actual circus. I've never been to an amusement park. So I mean,
damn, a circus?
No, I've never been.
You ain't ever smelt the
a fair. I've been to fairs.
Okay. I was gonna say you ain't ever been in there and smelt the animal shit, that fucking elephant shit.
No,
that's a smell
I can't
that
say I'm missing
seeps
that.
into a core memory in your childhood.
I don't know if that's one of the
That's
things
why I stopped. My dad would always take me. I was like, the whole time I'm like, yo, it smells like elephant shit, like the whole time.
No, but, I mean, I don't think that's something that I'll be like making note memorable of, having like a memorable note in my head of if I, or when I do go to a circus. But I'm not gonna,
the nostrils.
it's not gonna be something I write in my journal about the elephant shit, But no, I would love to go to an attraction like that, especially a horror themed one. I've been to Frightland. Does that count? No?
I mean, they do have rides,
But no, it's I'd love to go to a haunted attraction that's official, not just like something like Frightland, somebody on their farm doing, but legitimately have like a Hollywood or Universal Studios produce like amusement park or attraction where you're being chased by Jason through like kills and shit, like you're getting killed off or whatever. Like, dude, I'm in.
I feel like
That
they've done
so much
Halloween
fun.
ones as well.
You know how fucking baked we'd have to be to do that, or not even have to be. I'd want to be to do that. Like Jason would want to kill my ass for real. I would break every fucking law in his book. He'd be like, this motherfucker's got to go.
For the probably like 1,000% of people out there that have no idea, Frightland's like it opens every Halloween. It's like on a farm basically.
Yeah, it's in Delaware.
It's in Delaware,
Delaware,
and they have carnival rides, and it's just like Nicole and I did those before, and I'm just like, this shit seems so sketchy. Like there's gonna be some Final Destination shit with these rides. And I remember our boy Kenny, me and him went into the. Did you ever do the dark house there?
Yeah, of course.
We went in there and we got into the room where it has like all the strobe lights.
I love that shit, dude. That shit's trippy as fuck to not
Dude,
fall, man.
we got lost because of like all the lights. And dude,
We got lost.
we were stuck in this room. And the funny thing is nobody came in the entire time because Kenny and I are like, well, like maybe somebody will come in here and then we'll know where to go because it's like the only spot you can see anything.
Right.
And dude, like we're like feeling on walls and we're like, because you have these strobe lights like hitting you, so it's like it's hard.
It's just parading. It's like a barrage, right? You're just
Dude,
like,
and like Kenny and I are getting so fucking mad. And like I'm like, yo, where the fuck? I'm going, where do we go? And like Kenny's like, hello. And like I was like, yo, I know somebody's in the fucking walls. Like
somebody's on the wall.
I was like, yo, like we legit are stuck. Like, can you tell us where to go? And then eventually, like, some guy comes out from the fucking walls and was like, oh yeah. Because we didn't realize you had to like step up on this like.
He comes out from the walls and goes, "Oh yeah."
I mean, that's what he did. He was like, "Oh yeah, you go that way."
Oh, it's fucking hilarious.
But
were you guys like scared? Did you actually panic?
No, we were annoyed because we're like, yo, we can't get the fuck out of here because we don't know where to walk. Because we walked a couple places where we thought we're like, no, it's a fucking wall.
See, for a second though, I was gonna say like then it did its job. If you were
no,
scared,
we weren't scared. We were because I was literally like, yo, I'm not fucking like. Kenny's like, we're not scared. We're annoyed. Like, where do we go?
All right, well, moving on. The Vineyard uncorks terror this Halloween. For fans of atmospheric horror with a surreal twist, Bloody Disgusting reports that developer Syndria World has announced its debut title, The Vineyard Massacre, a first-person psychological horror game set to release on Steam this Halloween. A demo is now available to play, part of Steam's Next Fest.
Oh shit! I didn't know there's a demo out because I do have my Steam Deck.
Right,
so.
right.
And I've seen the trailer for it. It looks good.
I was going to say the trailer looks amazing, which all of you should watch. It's the Vineyard. The Vineyard Massacre. Check it out. The trailer looks amazing. It's set in the eerie Seigneur Mansion. What was once a serene vineyard estate has devolved into a nightmare. Players step into the shoes of Marie, a young vineyard worker trapped in a night of escalating horror when the once respected Julian Seigneur descends into madness, turning on his staff in a brutal, senseless rampage. One of the game's standout features is the spiritual vine mechanism, a unique gameplay system where drinking wine reveals supernatural moments and hidden memories. But there's a cost. Drink too much, and reality begins to unravel, distorting Marie's perception and increasing the danger. With handcrafted puzzles inspired by real 1920s tech, an evolving AI antagonist who stalks and adapts to your behavior, and an immersive setting dripping with gothic atmosphere, The Vineyard Massacre promises a haunting, cerebral horror experience. Stay tuned for the full release this October. In the meantime, horror gamers can get a taste via the demo if they dare.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to go download that when I go home.
I thought you were gonna say you don't want to go down that road. You don't want to go down that road. I miss my John Crandall fucking impersonation.
There you go. It's been a while since we've had one of those references. But yeah, maybe I'll have to download. I'll bring it over sometime this week.
I mean, the trailer looked great, like I said. So yeah, like definitely, it looks cool. Let's do it. Let's play the demo and see if we can record it or something and upload it.
Yeah. So let's I guess now talk about Bring Her Back.
All right.
Bring Her Back is a 2025 film from director Danny and Michael Filippo. That's their second feature and also their second film to have a 3-word title. They're going to start rivaling Steven Seagal. They open fire from frame one. No credits, no courtesy, just a grainy hellscape. A scorched kid swinging from the ceiling and another snapping awake with a demon glazed eyes. Welcome to the nightmare. Smash cut to now. Piper, played by Sora Wong, is blind, exhausted, and just trying to survive the bully parade at the bus stop when her stepbrother Andy, played by Billy Barat, shows up to drag her home. Not that home's that safer. And they walk in to find their dad face down, full dead in the bathroom, naked and his junk out like it's an audition for Death's OnlyFans.
So much to unpack there. Dad face down and full dead.
Well, I guess he wasn't face down because his dick was just out. So he wasn't face
up. His dick's up. He was
dicks up. Fucking, this is the end. How are we gonna lay dicks up? And it's horror with a side of flaccid. I got you with that one.
Fucking dumb as shit.
Thank you. So, boom, both kids are orphans, shipped off to live with Laura, played by Sally Hawkins, a jittery ex-therapist who's all cloying with hugs and dead daughter grief. Her house is a mix of weird taxidermy, trauma, and forced smiles. And then there's Oliver, played by Jonah Wren Phillips, silent, intense, creepy as hell. Kid who looks like he drinks blood and then journals about it. The rumor mill says he killed a hamster. You got to believe it. Anyway, Laura's got time to shine. She's got time to shine. Jesus, this fucking Gouda man.
Yeah, this weed got you, bro.
Laura's got a shrine to her drowned daughter Kathy, who, surprise, was also blind. She starts smearing Piper with perfume, playing with her hair, dressing her in Kathy's clothes. It's not therapy, it's possession. And Andy tries to stand guard, but Laura... Jesus. I'm telling you, man, this magic Gouda catching up. She gaslights him 6 ways from Sunday. She twists his words, planting seeds, making Piper doubt him, making him look like he pissed himself. You know, that shit, the first time when you see it, you're like, he pissed himself. And then the second time you see this bitch just pour the water right on his dick.
Yeah, you're like, it's her piss. And she was pissing
in the bucket. Yeah. I forgot that part about it.
And dumped it on him, yeah.
Yeah, so she seems nice. Meanwhile, Oliver chews a knife like a snack, slashing his face, and channels Andy's dead dad's voice to whisper twisted warnings, she'll die in the rain. He says, casual ghost talk type shit. And then Andy ends up hospitalized after hallucinating and cracking his skull in the shower. While he's out cold, Laura takes Piper to her secret freezer. Yeah, Kathy's corpse is on ice like it's for dinner later. This is where the wheels come completely off. Turns out Laura summoned a demon called Tari using some bargain bin VHS occult tape. The ritual: feed a corpse to a possessed host, Oliver, and then have the host vomited into a freshly dead body, preferably someone who died the same way. Laura's plan: drown Piper in the pool during a rainstorm to match Kathy's death. Yeah, it's that level of batshit. So back home, she sprays Andy's cologne on herself and punches Piper in her sleep and blames it on Andy. That's one of the best hammer fists. Dude,
I was going to say, we say the same thing.
Even Herb Dean would have stopped it.
She hammer fisted the shit out of her.
Even Herb Dean would have stopped it.
No, I don't know. Herb Dean might, I don't know, he makes some sketchy calls sometimes. He might have let another one slide.
Yeah. He's still, she's awake now. You got to hit her again. So she's spinning lies so fast, Piper starts to unravel. And then comes the final act. Laura brings Piper back. Connor's now speaking with Andy's voice after tasting his flesh and lures her in. Piper touches his face, almost believes it until she stumbles onto Andy's corpse. Andy wakes up, fights to get Piper back, and starts digging. Turns out Oliver's real name is Connor Bird, a missing kid Laura basically demon napped. Foster records fake, background checks skipped. Andy's convinced his social worker, Wendy, to investigate, but Laura catches on. And she runs Wendy over like a squash bug, then calmly drowns Andy in a mud puddle like she's rinsing a plate. And then Laura breaks down the door, drops the final twist. She doesn't want to bring Kathy back into her old body. She wants to shove her into Piper's. It's no resurrection. It's identity theft by drowning. They hit the pool. Laura pushes Piper under, trying to complete the ritual. Demon Connor gags on Kathy's corpse, ready to puke it up like hell's worst baptism. But Piper, barely breathing, whispers "Mum," and for a second time it works. It cuts through the madness. Laura cracks, and she lets go. Piper bolts. Some stranger finds her on the road like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Connor collapses. The demon bails. Cops show up too late to fix anything, but just in time to find Laura curled up in the pool with Kathy's half-eaten body, humming lullabies to what's left of her daughter.
Even just the way you ended that with that final scene just sounds so chilling and haunting, thinking of that image of like the cop flashlights shining over the pool water with her laying there like kind of spooning her daughter.
Yeah.
That image just popped back into my head the way you described that.
You want me to go first, or you want to go first?
Why don't you go ahead?
Okay. So let me start by praising Sally Hawkins. She's a crazy bitch for sure, and I mean that in the highest compliment. Absolutely unhinged in the best way. Sora Wong makes Piper such an easy character to root for. You really feel every beat of her fear and fight. Billy Barat as Andy. You feel for the kid. He's trying to keep it together while everything around him's melted into hell. Mm-hmm. This film moves fast, which I appreciate. A lot of horror like this tries to drag its feet to build atmosphere, but this one keeps a tight grip on you from the jump. Visually, it's impressive, haunting, but beautiful in that burnt-out VHS nightmare way. Mm-hmm. And you can tell the Philippou brothers knew exactly what kind of fever dream they wanted to make. I enjoyed it a lot. I would say let's pump the brakes on the Rotten Tomatoes Love Fest. It's got an 89 as of this recording. Bit high, pun intended. So that's basically equates to a 9 out of 10 almost. And for me, it's more of a solid 7.7. Still damn good, just not flawless.
Okay. So yeah, I definitely like the movie more than yours. I
had a feeling you did.
So I guess I'm going to start slow, try to just collect my thoughts and just say it the way I do, because I felt
you see me, the Gouda's already hitting me. So
yeah, it's hitting me too. I was hitting it while you were talking. But I guess I'll start with, it's not often that a horror film leaves you emotionally gutted, but Bring Her Back does just that and then some. Directed by Danny and Michael Philippou, this isn't just the best possession film I've seen. It may be one of the most affecting character-driven horror experiences of the last decade. What sets Bring Her Back apart from its genre peers is its unflinching emotional core. Where most possession films rely on jump scares or demonic spectacle, this one roots its terror in something far more unsettling. Real people with real trauma, caught in events far beyond their control. It doesn't scream its horror at you, it whispers it into your soul. The Philippou brothers have made something uniquely poignant by fusing deeply grounded drama with the supernatural. In interviews, Danny Philippou remarked that their intent was to cast characters who felt like they belonged in a drama and then insert horror into their lives. And the result of that is a seamless blend of emotional devastation and chilling atmosphere that refuses to let you off the hook. The cast delivers across the board. Sora Wong, as you mentioned, John, is a revelation as Piper, grounding the film in a raw, intimate performance that never veers into melodrama. Billy Barat brings a quiet intensity to his role, while even the youngest cast member, the little boy Jonah Phillips, whose character dines on a table made of wood. Actually, the table was actually made of chocolate. People keep saying, how did he eat that wood? How'd they do that? That was chocolate. I just found that out.
Strong chompers.
The acting is startlingly convincing in his vulnerability. Every performance feels painfully authentic, which only makes the horror more harrowing. And special mention must be made of Sally, who you brought up. I knew that you were going to bring her up too. Her presence on screen is both mesmerizing and terrifying. And according to the cast, she was genuinely unsettling to approach in character, but off camera, reportedly warm and extremely professional. That kind of duality speaks to the level of craftsmanship happening on set. But Bring Her Back is more than the sum of its parts. The film is unpredictable, twisted, and deeply personal, asking uncomfortable questions that linger long after the credits roll. What would you do in this situation? Would you make the same choice? Would your love, your grief lead you down the same path? John, you have a kid. You
Yeah.
love that kid, right? How would you didn't think about any of that when you watched the movie?
I mean, I thought about it, but
Would you do it?
I don't know. I put them in a freezer.
That's not exactly what I meant. But I meant, like you understand, like you understand what you would do for him.
Yes.
And how far you fucker. But anyway, the Philippou brothers have clearly tapped into a well of raw human emotion, grief, loss, longing, and are using horror not as an end but as a lens to explore the ache of the human condition. It's a kind of grief horror that we've never quite seen before. It's poignant, I keep using that word, harrowing, and profoundly resonant. When I left the theater, I felt as though, you're going to laugh at me, I felt as though I left a part, I felt like I left a part of my heart behind, or like a part of my soul behind, and I'm not being dramatic. Like, I genuinely bawled. Like, that wasn't a movie, that was an experience. It stayed with me. It haunted me, not with its demons, but with its deeply human sadness. It isn't scary because it wants to frighten you. It's scary because it understands that the truest horror lies in love, loss, and the inability to stop what's coming. The film isn't just another entry in the possession genre. It's a game changer. I give it a 9.5.
Yeah. So
So
I feel like I'm like, man, it's pretty good. And you're like, man, this movie was life changing.
So let me put it this way.
It's just
not
funny.
life changing genre, a game changer, not life changing.
I mean, I don't know. You said it was an experience. You don't get that through many movies.
No, but I will say this. Let me put it this way. And you could shit on me or not. I know some will agree, some won't. This movie right here, these two movies, Talk to Me and then Bring Her Back, both being as strong as they are, the Philippou brothers are above Jordan Peele right now for me. Like, those two movies, to me, I like both of those movies more than his movies. Like, all of them. Nope, Us, and Get Out. Like, I would pick Talk to Me and Bring Her Back over all of those movies if it was like, which one's a better movie.
Let's see what their next movie is.
Let's do 3 for 3.
Yeah.
Do 3 for 3.
But I liked, I don't know what I gave Talk to Me, but I think I like that better.
I'm still kind of reeling it over. I think I probably still like Talk to Me more too.
I've only watched each of them once. I should definitely go back and watch both of them again.
Well, I feel like this is being a different type of movie. It's almost hard to compare. But like movie for movie, Talk to Me just may be better. But I have to see. I've seen Talk to Me a few times, so let me see Bring Her Back a few more times, and I'll be able to really, really say.
I still want that fucking hand from Talk to Me.
Is there anything you'd want to own from this movie?
The freezer kid.
Again with the fucking freezer.
Or that freezer. I mean, that looked like it pretty sturdy.
That was a nice meat freezer.
Right?
Yeah. What the fuck are we talking about?
Shit, was like... yeah, I was going to say, Joe Bob says, what happened to the psycho bitch? He said people always ask that. This fucking lady, man. That's what happened to the psycho bitch.
Yeah, I mean, but that was the thing, right? Is that as she goes that whole movie going as far as she did, just at the end to realize like how fucked up what she did was wrong. Yeah. And it's like damn, like if only you'd realize that 90 minutes earlier, but it's one of those ones where even though Sally's like a complete, like she's just obviously off her rocker and completely wrong in what she's doing, the way that she lets Piper go at the end and the way that she like sits with her daughter and like in the pool, like spoons with her daughter in the pool, her dead daughter, I mean, it really kind of made me feel something for her because the whole movie you're like, get away from her. But even in like that last like 3 minutes of the movie, it totally changed the perspective of like, dude, she's just really fucking broken. She's just really broken.
Just a little bit.
But like I felt for her, like I was like, she's still crazy, she needs to get locked up. But like she, I felt for her. I definitely felt for her. And that's like that was like I liked it more than The Exorcism of Emily Rose. I considered that like my favorite exorcism movie after The Exorcist. I think Bring Her Back was better. I think I think it beat it.
I feel like my brain tells me this is probably better, but I was just still going to say Exorcism of Emily Rose. And on a lighter note, you know what movie I thought of with when he finally convinces the social worker to like go check her out, and like as she starts seeing stuff, starts putting it together. I thought of Pineapple Express. When Seth Rogen gets arrested because they're selling the weed to the kids, and he's like arguing with the lady, and he's like, she goes, "Oh, I do remember that," and then like finally gets her on their side, and then ends up getting her car stolen. I felt like that, but that lady had a much more violent end to it.
Yeah, much. Yeah. Unfortunately.
All right. I think it's time to move on.
So, real question. Why don't we just add this on the air real quick before we move on? So, like, I don't know how Siskel and Ebert did it, but I was going to say, like, we should do our own thing. Should we total out a movie? Like, the way that I give it, like, a 9.5 and you gave it a 7.7, should we do the math on that and just say High on Horror's review
Siskel and
is this out
Ebert,
of 10? You know, or should we just do, like, our separate reviews for it?
I don't know that I watched Siskel and Ebert, but I remember I used to watch Siskel and Roper.
Yeah.
And they would just give a thumbs up or thumbs down. It was just that, and then they would share like both of their.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where the whole like thumbs up came from. And
So
shit.
this gets a blunt pass.
It gets a blunt rotation.
It gets a blunt rotation. All right.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there'd be some movies that would be crazy. What the hell was the movie we recently reviewed? Oh, Dead Mail that I loved, and you did it.
Oh God.
I wouldn't say I loved it. I enjoyed
You
it.
said I loved it. No,
I was like, wait, I think I went a little too far with that. But I feel like besides Prey, there was like another movie recently that you liked that I didn't like. I think
I can't remember what that was. Yeah, because I remember I didn't expect it either. I was totally taken aback.
Yeah, like I purposely, because I had already saw that you liked it, and I knew that I didn't like it, so I did everything to just like hide my reaction from you until I reviewed it.
So what do we do in this scenario though of like you don't like it, like you hate it and I love it? Was that a thumbs up or a thumb? Does that a blunt pass or a blunt rotation, or is that just the
Bogart?
that's a facial?
Way too high.
It's a facial.
What?
Like that's no, not in the triple X. A facial. It's like when
Not
you're
in a triple X.
smoking a blunt to yourself. You know,
Okay.
like if I give a good review and one of us gives it a good review and the other one doesn't, that's a facial. No, maybe not.
Face it.
I don't think that'll stick. Nah, we don't need those porn
Okay,
references on here.
yeah. Let's wrap up.
That fucking Gouda.
Thanks to all the horror hounds and smokers out there for tuning in. Thank you for Drew ripping the bong. Make sure to follow us online at High on Horror 420. This man gotta leave the room, I think. But yeah, anyway, follow us High on Horror 420, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok. I guess X is Twitter. I think that's all of them. Anyway, stay tuned. We'll announce our episode for next week coming up. And thanks again for tuning in, and catch you later.